welcome at the Colosseum Restaurant. I'm near my fig tree over here. Eventually this year I will have some fresh figs to make with prosciutto. So please come in, be my guest. For a few minutes, we will enjoy a few of the things we will do at the Colosseum. And that's a few of the rewards, some people that recognize us for what we do, and that's the fun part of this business. The world famous Piatto d'Oro, the golden plate in Rome, Italy, as one of the best Italian chefs in the world. This is the only one in the United States of America. That's the first time the gold plate, the Piatto d'Oro, left Italy. So please welcome in my kitchen, and I will show you a few of the things, what we do and how we have fun with food, because cooking is fun. The best thing to do is start with a nice fresh sauce. So what do we do for a fresh sauce? 12 months a year we have fresh tomato in the United States. For example, you can use beautiful garden tomato, like you can see over here. I got a special machine. If you don't have a special machine, you can use a nice blender. Now you can put a little vodka in there and you can have a nice bloody mess. But what do we do with this? After we've done this, we put them in here. What I have in here is a little onions. Now I bring you in the other side where we're going to make the #1 pasta in the world. This is #1, mais vera. It's nothing difficult. The only difficult thing is to use these things over here, but most of the time they don't work. Thank God I'm not a daughter, imagine. Okay, wait, people gotta see my watch. We use two different kind of flours. This one is semolina dura. What is different from this one is a semolina fina. I mix the two. The best combination is 2 to 1. And over here, what I do have is eggs. This one is pasteurized egg yolks. What I will do, I will put a little bit at a time, and this one will mix everything. You can make the size, the longness, the way we want it. We can make short pappardelle or long pappardelle. That's the beauty of this. #1 pasta in the world, because why? I make it. But this one, like I said, is my favorite pasta. The fat fettuccine. This one is called gemelli, and this is a little different kind of pasta. It's a curly macaroni. This is one of my favorite dish. We call fusilli al tegamino. Okay, all the time, make sure you put a little flour on the top. This way the pasta doesn't stick. You see, like I told you, this one is fun. Okay, we have the spaghetti. How long did you like your spaghetti? Now, that's the #1, the most famous, and also the best pasta in the world. The best pasta you can have. Here at the Colosseum, you see, fresh spaghetti. Let's make some long ones. This way we can have fun. You know, what else is more beautiful in this world than food? Of course you are. Every time I go to the market, I like to buy something different, something new. And last time I was over there, I saw this beautiful baby eggplant. So what I like to do with this is to make a pappardelle alla norma. I think that will be enough for what we're going to do. We put a little bit of onions, not much, just few. We pan fried everything with a little bit of olive oil. So we put the pappardelle in the water. What I like to put in there is just a little bit of the tomato sauce to give them a little color. You know, that's the fresh tomato we grounded, the one I'm putting in the sauce. We got a little salt and, you know, the ground pepper. Make sure you ground the pepper very well. Fresh basil, I like to break it, put them in here. And I like to put the rest of the basil with my pappardelle. I like to use the fresh mozzarella. Now, I like to use a little bit of this water. Why? Because I will cook the rest of the pappardelle in here. So that they will absorb the flavor, the sauce. Now, I like to take this one and break them in there. Put a little bit of fromage. Why? Because this one, everything will melt together. And now we have pappardelle alla norma. Ah, look how nice they are. And now, of course, we have the special testers over here who will see how the thing tastes like. Grazie, arrivederci, and thank you to be with me today at the Colosseum. Come here and we'll have fun. Ciao.
And you know, chances are pretty good if you're at the Colosseum, you will find Annibale. He's happy to come over, shake your hand. Some evenings are strolling musicians, and it's always a great time and wonderful food at the Colosseum Restaurant. Let's stay with the Colosseum, Carla, for one more moment or two and talk about seafood. We haven't mentioned a whole lot about what goes good with seafood. Seafood Colosseum over linguine, a light tomato sauce. What would go nicely with that dish?
Absolutely, and there's a lot of different seafoods in that dish. They have lobster, shrimp, scallops, clams, so a lot of different textures going on. So you need to consider that. But whenever I see tomato sauce, I instantly go towards a red. But you want to do a lighter red. A Bavera d'Asti, which is from Piemonte, would be a great red to do with that. Chianti and tomato sauce is always a harmonious pairing. If you wanted to try a white wine with that, especially because of all the seafood, a Takai Friuliano would be a nice white wine. It's right in the middle between a Chardonnay and a Sauvignon Blanc from northeastern Italy.
All right, very nice selections. And finally, pork loin stuffed with provolone. I love anything with cheese in it, and pork loin is so tender and so juicy. What do we pair up with that one?
Nero d'Avola. Nero d'Avola is a red wine from southern Italy that it's very similar to Merlot with a little bit more earthiness to it. So it's going to be very nice with that pork loin. You could also do a more Merlot, or as I mentioned earlier, a Bavera d'Asti would be another wine that would be great with that.